this week with Precious Caleb. Your family this week with Precious Caleb. This is an arm of Family on Focus International, where we try to reach out to families concerning their relationships, their homes, and their marriages in the week we are entering. And whatever we, by the grace of God, we discuss here, our friends can apply them not just in the week we have entered, but in the weeks to come, months, years, to make the marriage relationship homes to be beautiful. So this evening we are looking at the scavenging mothers. The scavenging mothers. God bless you. Precious Caleb is my name. All right, we are looking at the scavenging mothers. Scavenging mothers. And I try to get the definition of scavenging. Look at what I gathered. Scavenging means search for and to collect anything usable from discarded waste. Search for and to collect anything usable from discarded waste. So we are saying today that there are some mothers that for some reasons, maybe best known to them, they have turned to scavengers. Not that life isn't really fair to them, but because of some things we want to touch right now. Mothers are meant to be of good examples to their children. Mothers are expected to be role models to their children. Mothers are supposed to be the epitome of decency, epitome of accountability, responsibility to their children, their family members, the people, wherever they find themselves. But these days, we have discovered that some mothers have shifted from the essential roles they are to play, and they have gone into scavenging. Scavenging here means searching for and collecting anything they can lay hands on, even if the thing is discarded. Discarded here doesn't mean things thrown in the dustbin, but things that are not of good report, things that are not, or that don't, things that are not noble, things that are not pure, things that are not admirable in the real sense of decency. These mothers, they are ready to get anything. They have this drive to collect and collect, not minding the source, not minding who gives them. All they know is that they want to collect. We have these mothers. Some of them are in the church. Some of them are holding sensitive posts. Some of them are managing, other women in some organizations, in churches, in the neighborhood. They are after collecting. They don't attach, regard for the root or the source of what they are collecting. All they want is give me, give me, give me. You see some mothers, they don't really, what they are doing. What they can afford. But what they put on their bodies, what they wear on their head, the things they gather around them, you wonder how they were able to get it. Somebody will say favor, just hold on. Sometimes what we call favor is actually manifestation of the result or response to our greed. Your daughter is in school. Your daughter is a student. Your daughter is not working, but your daughter will be sending home bone straight to you, Brazilian hair, will be sending iPhone to you. You see your daughter wearing expensive wristwatch, going about with gold chains everywhere. You notice that your daughter is always traveling out and coming in. But you can't tell exactly the source of your daughter's income. All you know is that your daughter keeps sending money to you. Your daughter keeps sending clothes, hairs to you. Will be sending different jewelries, material things. And you're excited, you're collecting. In fact, sometimes you collect, you even let your neighbors know that your daughter has sent something to you. You wear those things to church and dance to the altar and give offering to God and possibly give testimony that your daughter sent things to you. What exactly is that your daughter doing? We are looking at scavenging mothers. They are all over. They are everywhere. They are in our neighborhood. They are in our offices. They are in our churches. They are in our religious sects, in our religious groups, and some of them are handling sensitive positions. You see them. You can't tell what they are doing. Even if they are doing something, you know that their income averagely may not be able to afford all those luxurious things, all those expensive things, outrageously expensive. But they just know that their daughters, their sons, their children are bringing them to them. And some of them will not even feel ashamed to call their daughter and say, send something now. This my wig, I need to change, the one I saw my friend the other day putting on when we went for a meeting. That one, I learned that they said that one 500,000. I beg now. She was almost intimidating me in the meeting. And your daughter will hurriedly package and send to you. What is your daughter doing? Your daughter is a student. Do they pay your daughter heavy amounts every day for being a student? Do they pay your son heavily? In fact, where does the money come from? What exactly is the thing that is giving your son? What is giving your daughter so much money? You don't want to know. All you are after is, give me, they have given me, I want this. They give you, you collect, you don't mind. This evening, Family on Focus International is saying that scavenging mothers are doing more harm to the society than those out there that are trying to manage their lives. Scavenging mothers are pushing their children into the life that will bring much havoc to the society, that will bring much shame to the body of Christ. Scavenging mothers, they are there. Some of them are looking at me, and some of them might get angry at me. But I'm doing what God wants me to do. Scavenging mothers are those mothers that from time to time compel, persuade, pressurize their children to send things, to give them things, to dress them, to give them plenty things, and they don't even care to know what those their children are doing. This week, we'd like to ask our mothers to please not join the clique of the scavenging mothers, and those that are already scavenging, that they should please stop. They should please stop, because eventually the seed we are sowing, what they are putting in those children, will with time turn into thorns in their own flesh. So you say, but then what am I going to do? What you need to do is what we want to discuss right now. But the best thing for you to do is to realize that it does you no good. to be collecting from your children, while you know that your children are not really doing anything reasonable. And if at all they are doing anything reasonable, what you are collecting from them, what they are sending to you, what they are giving to you, ordinarily they cannot afford them, and you don't bother to ask, how come you are having these things? How come you are driving expensive cars? How come you are traveling out of the country all the time? What is it with you changing hair, wig all the time? Why is it that you're wearing expensive clothes? You're doing some, expensive shopping, expressing luxury all the time. What exactly are you doing? How do you come about all these things? Scavenging mothers, please stop. Call your children to order and ask them what they are doing. And whatever they tell you that they are doing, find out if what they are doing can afford all these things you are getting from them. Now, what are you supposed to do? I'll give you a few points and we'll end that for today. But my prayer is that God will help you to understand that godliness with contentment is great gain. That what you don't have now could be because you don't need it, maybe because it's not existing for you, could be because you have not developed capacity for such a thing, or maybe you are not yet qualified to have such, or maybe you do not deserve it. You don't force favor. You do not force favor. You don't break banks and come and say it's favor, it's hard work, it's whatever. No. If it's not yours, it's not yours. I hope I'm blessing somebody today. Scavenging mothers are those mothers that mount pressure, that expect so much from their children from time to time. They ask them, what is it? You're supposed to give me this. Now you have come back from school. Is there nothing you find, mommy? What is your daughter supposed to find, mommy, from school? What exactly is your daughter doing in school? Your daughter will stay out of the house for more than 3 months, and you don't care. All you know is that from time to time she calls you and says, Mom, how are you doing? I'm cool and cool. And you know she's not in school. You know that she is not in your house. You know she's not in her husband's house. You know that your son is not learning trade in anybody's house. You know your son is not in anybody's house per se. You just know that your son is somewhere. Your daughter is somewhere. And you just don't. And your children are sending to you. And your own is that you just want to come and showcase. You want other women to know that you have children where they comot road, where they, where they show, where they shoot, they shine. They are, eventually, you realize that whatever your children are doing now that you're benefiting from will be the one that will be putting tears in your eyes when the time comes. We are asking you now, stop. You think we are old school? We are telling you, find out what they are doing. Find out your children's source of income. Find out first. And be sure that what they are giving you is from what they are getting genuinely. I hope you got that. Now somebody will ask me, what am I supposed to do in this matter? Number one, would like you to put your eyes on ground. When your children are coming home with some things that you did not give them, when you know they are not here working, when your children are coming home with some things that you know that worth more than their income, put your eyes on ground. Search your children's room from time to time. Ask them questions. How did you get this? Where did you get this from? Who gave you this? What do you need this for? In fact, where exactly are you coming from? Put your eyes on ground and you'll be able to find out when your child or when your children are trying to turn you to scavenging mothers. You can't eat the future of your children and expect that when you get to their future, you have something to eat. No, there is no way we can go to past tense. If you eat their future, when you get to the future, what you should have gotten in the future has been wasted in the past. And there is nothing you can do about it. Maybe at that time, You start running around asking pastors to pray, asking prophets to prophesy, asking seer to see. Yeah, at that time, it's just like making caricature of the grace of God. So put your eyes on ground and be sure you know the whereabouts of your children, you know their sources of income, you know what they get from time to time. Number two, I would like you to be sure of what your children are doing. Apart from putting your eyes on ground, sit down and ask them, Nne, what exactly are you doing? What exactly are you doing? You said you are in school, or you said you're a sales girl. You said you are the manager of so. How much is your salary as operation managers of a bank? The allowances and all the stuff. How much? Let me know exactly the average of your income in a month, so that I'll be looking at what you're sending to me, and I can tell that these things are coming from your salary, from your sweat, or that these things are coming from the places I can't publicly or boldly identify with. So sit down and ask them. Be sure of what they are doing. Don't forget, we are looking at the scavenging mothers this week with your family. Your family this week. All right, the third is, please be sincere with yourself. One will tell you to put your eyes on ground. One will tell you to be sure of what your children are doing. You say, okay, let me do. But please, the third is, be sincere with yourself. If you are craving for this and that, when you're asking to find out what your children are doing, their sources of income, you won't be honest with yourself. You just ask like you want to ask, but inside of you, you just want it to be like, even if I dey ask una, my mind be say, una dey find me something. How can a mother of a child 14-year-old daughter, 16-year-old daughter, be expecting that the child will be giving her money from that time, be buying clothes for her? The child will be giving, what exactly do you expect that child to be doing? Even if the child is doing small things, that are fetching her money, you should put your eyes on ground and be sure the average amount that enters your child's hand from time to time, so that when some things are beginning to come into your house, when some things are beginning to come through your child or through your children, you can say, this one, My mother said that there is a way you bite hot yam in a hurry. You don't want to calm down to eat. Your mouth will remain open because the yam is too hot. You just cut it like this. Your mouth will remain open. And you tell your children, I don't want to bite yam that will not allow me to close my mouth. I don't want to bite, and my mouth will be kept open forcefully. So be sincere with yourself. Do you really want to find out? And if you find out what they are doing, are you sure you'll be cool to react and let them know that this one is not good or this one is good, but I beg, take JJ. The next is having contentment. The Bible says that godliness with contentment is great gain. Contentment will keep you out of troubles. When you know that, you see, the wig you have, that is the one you can afford. And surprisingly, I've not really seen anybody that stopped me on the road and say, Mama Precious, this is your wig. How much did you buy it? Oh, this is your wig. Oh, tell me, how much did you buy it? It's so fine. Oh, I would like to buy. Nobody has stopped me. And myself, I have not stopped anybody to ask. So you discover that thing that makes you to like, oh, I want this, and you're not satisfied with what you have. Nobody really cares. The truth is that people are so busy with so many things that even if you're wearing the most expensive wig, just very few out of the minutest number of people that know you, that care about you, will bother to say, oh, your hair is fine. Not to talk of asking you, how much did you buy it? What is the cost of this? So be contented with what you have. You want to wear all the designs of clothes. You want to wear all colors of shoes, in fact, you want, please calm down, take it easy. The one you don't have now, I said, is not available for you. And it is not the end of your words. There are so many other things that can still come your way. Just take it easy, relax, and be contented with what you have. The next is that know it even without anybody reminding you before now. Let me tell you that you are accountable for those your children. Those your children you collect wristwatch from, you collect clothes from, you collect makeup kit from, you collect chains from, you collect Brazilian hair from, you collect bone straight and all of them from. Those children that you collect those things from, the Bible has told us that you are accountable for them. If they have been led astray and your pressure, your crave, your greed, your hunger for this and that, your scavenging demand has made them to be going off track. God will one day ask you, that daughter, that son, those children I gave to you, how come? What did you do with them? What impact did you make in their life? How did you help them to know me the more? Did you contribute in them straying far from me? You're going to give account of their lives to God because they are in your custody. So if you know that you won't want to feel bad the day of judgment, because God is not sentimental anyway, and God is not afraid of judging you. So you will give account of those children to God. The next is no matter what, please stop asking your children to give you. Stop mounting pressure on them, whether directly or indirectly. You know, there are some mothers that can open and say, I need 20,000 naira. Abeg, give me 20,000 naira. However you get and give me. Look at the mother's language. Okay, good and fine. There are some that will directly ask. There are some mothers that will not ask directly. They will just come back and say, oh, see my mate, see my wig is even itching me. This my hair, my people, I don't know. Na people wey get better pikin, na then they wear better hair, na then they wear better clothes, na then they drive better car. No be this my 2k adema, and your child will be feeling like, hi, what will I do so that mama will feel happy? What will I do so that mama will feel good? And the child will be under pressure to go out there and do anything to come and give you. Stop mounting pressure on them, whether directly or indirectly. I also want you to know that God is watching you. Okay? God is watching you. Okay? Beautiful. Let it be known to you that God is interested in your children and is watching the way you're mounting pressure on them. You're expecting much from them, and God sees everything you're collecting from them, both directly or indirectly. It's so bad that some mothers even arrange for men to sleep with their daughters so they could come home with money or provide money for them. It's terribly bad. All right, so finally, I'd like you to know that the generation of the children we have, they will grow up and their generation will either bless or curse us. You see, these your children you're collecting things from now. Years to come, they will enter another phase of their lives. When reality has met them, they will curse or bless us. They will curse you or they will bless you. When you have caused so much damage in their lives, in their reputation, their integrity, in their health, in their career, even in their marriages, because some mothers are so greedy that they wouldn't mind mounting pressure on their daughters to collect this from their husband, to collect this. You know, your daughter's husband, his economic weight, and you be mounting pressure on your daughter. See others, that woman, her in-law brought this. This man, his in-law brought this. My own, now so text message I dey receive. And you be mounting pressure on it. And a time will come, your in-law will feel like, what exactly is this? And send your daughter away. Or marriage will start having problems. So your children that you're mounting pressure on now, when they step into the next phase of their lives, you won't be with them all the time. You won't have much influence on them forever, because a time will come, the influence you have on them will begin to fade. At that time, their eyes will open and they will either curse you or bless you. Me, my desire is that my children will grow and bless me and not curse me. That is why I don't want to be a scavenging mother. Finally, please make up your mind to be a mother and not a murderer. Be a mother to your children and not be their murderer. Don't kill them. Don't kill their love for God. Don't kill their don't kill their sanity. Don't remove their sense of accountability. Don't remove responsibility consciousness from them. Don't make them to start feeling like it doesn't make sense being sane, being decent. Don't drag them into a life they actually should not live because you want to get this, get that. Because eventually, you will discover that you've either murdered them or you have been a good mother to them. Once again, this is your family this week with Precious Caleb. And today, we have, by the grace of God, looked at the scavenging mothers, those mothers that want to collect from their children, not even minding what their children are doing, even if they know what they are doing, the source of their children's income, and all the gifts and all the good things their children are sending to them. Till next Sunday, same 8:30 p.m. My name is Precious Caleb, and my desire is that your relationships, your homes, and your marriages will work. And as a matter of urgency, stop the activity, the lifestyle of scavenging mothers. Allow your children to grow at their own pace and allow them to receive God's blessings at the right time so that they will be good blessings to you. Don't forget, with time, they will either curse or bless you, and you end up being either good mother to them or a murderer to them. And God will hold you accountable for anything those children become after now. But godliness with contentment will help you to stay away from that craving for this, and that from your children. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord cause his countenance to shine upon you. May God give you peace. May God bless your children. May God make you the good mother that will bring good blessings, good name to the children in the name of Jesus. May your children call you blessed. May your children look at you and say, my mother is a gift. May your children say, God, thank you for the kind of mother you have given me. In the name of Jesus. Precious Caleb is my name, and I wish you well. Next Sunday, 8:30 p.m. As grace, we are here. Bye.